violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
People were killed and one this morning. 2 people were killed and 1 wounded in a shooting in East New York, Brooklyn. It happened around 11:30 last night inside the Spring Creek Deli on Loring Avenue.
Dang, what is up with these delis, man? We had the the shooter in Highland Park, Illinois, whose family owned a deli, and now we've got a shooting at a deli in Brooklyn. Okay. 2 killed, 1 wounded, 1 injury short of being classified as a mass shooting. And this is getting ridiculous, man. It really is. Okay. For you to just go in a deli and fire the deli up. You see the cameras outside, they don't care. Probably was rocking a Pooh Shiesty mask. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Police say a 21-year-old man died on scene. A 23-year-old was pronounced dead at Brookdale Hospital, and an 18-year-old is listed in critical condition. 1 man was taken into custody, and this was part of a very busy night of violent incidents for the NYPD.
And I hope everybody was able to enjoy their long weekend, their holiday weekend. But, you know, there was just so much going on. I had to dial down and you know, cover as much as I could. And it's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good.
The department is reporting 11 shootings with 18 people being shot and 3 killed.
The NYPD just releasing the number of people who were shot over the 4th of July holiday weekend, and the numbers are staggering. 52 people who were shot and wounded between Friday and yesterday, the 4th of July. 2 of the victims did not make it out of this food market alive after a triple shooting here in the overnight hours. Take a look. This is surveillance video as people are flooding out of this food mart on Loring Avenue in East New York just around 11:30 last night. According to police, a 23-year-old man was shot in the neck and 19-year-old shot in the head. Both of them were killed. Right now, an 18-year-old is currently in the hospital in critical condition. They say at least 3 handguns were recovered inside of that deli, and they're...
Man, I mean, look how afraid these people are. They were booking it for their lives. These streets are so unsafe. These super gremlins are on demon time.
They are currently still processing the scene. 1 person was taken into custody. Elsewhere across the city in the Bronx, 3 adult men were shot on Prospect Avenue around 10:30. We are told that a 62-year-old man who was shot in that instance might not be an intended target and could just be an innocent bystander in all of this. Meanwhile, in Queens, 4 people were shot at a backyard barbecue on 135th Avenue around 11:15. A woman, 2 men were shot in the foot, and a 4th man was shot in the shoulder. All of them are in stable condition at the hospital right now. Again, police are still currently investigating all of this overnight violence. On the 4th of July alone, police telling us that 21 people were shot here in this.
A violent holiday weekend here in the city. Nearly 24 people shot with multiple fatalities.
Fox 5's Lisa Evers has the latest from the Belmont section of the Bronx. She's joining us now with what happened and how the mayor is responding. Lisa.
Well, Lori and Steve, the bullets kept flying even after the fireworks were over. 21 people injured, 14 incidents, and at least 3 killed, including a bullet.
And just imagine how confusing that is when you got bullets flying, bodies dropping. You also got fireworks. So in the midst of fireworks, the bullets start flying. Whew. Had to be a scary sight.
Beloved veteran who lived right here on this block. That's the vigil to him going on right behind me. Now, despite all this, the mayor is insisting that his gun violence prevention strategy is moving in the right direction. A nighttime cookout at the South Rochdale Playground in Queens ended with shots fired about 10:15 p.m. on the 4th. 3 men and 1 woman were hit by flying bullets. All were taken to Jamaica Hospital and are expected to survive. In Brooklyn, deadly gunfire erupted inside a bodega in East New York. A 23-year-old man who was shot in his neck and a 19-year-old who was shot in his head both died. An 18-year-old man was shot in his arm and is expected to survive.
Decrease in shootings. Since we instituted our plan, we're seeing a decrease in shooting, decrease in homicides. We're seeing a 30-year high in gun arrests. 30.
Man, he's just picking at all the little statistics that he can nitpick to make it look like he's doing a good job. I mean, this guy's a joke. I thought what happened to you was kicking them crackers' asses. Looks like the super gremlins done cracked your ass.
30-year high in gun arrests. So our plan, which we're constantly modifying, constantly shifting, is moving in the direction that we want it to move into. Is it moving as fast as I want? No, I want it faster.
On Prospect Avenue, the memorial to 62-year-old John Edwards grows, as does the grief of the many people here whose lives he changed for the better.
He made sure I was safe. When I was young, I had bullies, I had drama, but he made sure I was okay. He took care of all of us.
This Citizen app video captures the scene on Prospect Avenue in the Bronx as gunshots rang out while fireworks were exploding in the street in a chaotic situation. 2 men in their 20s were wounded and are in stable condition, but Edwards, a military veteran, did not survive.
He got shot and fell to the floor. I tried to help him, everybody ran, and I was there, I called 911. I waited till they come, and they were still shooting.
I mean, did you try to render aid? Come on, man.
And I just stood there, just covering his body until they,
The Bronx is out of control. Every day it's getting crazy, it's getting worse.
So obviously this is a woke sister. This is what y'all voted in. They asked for the criminal justice reform. They begged for it. In the summer of 2020, they begged for it, and now they're mad that it's going crazy. They're crying that it's going crazy. You can't win for losing with these sisters, but get her out in another conversation where she want to win the argument, and she will argue you up and down how these people who are doing these things are just disenfranchised, marginalized, and they can't help it, and all this other type of BS.
Now, the mayor says that laws that allow criminals who are arrested to be right back out on the streets again is hindering the progress in fighting all the gun violence. Now, I just checked with police a short time ago.
And what are those laws? The bail reform laws, the no cash bail. Up. The liberal sisters proposed that. You're getting what you asked for. You're getting what you voted for. And now you're mad that it's backfiring. And rightfully so, but I think it's going to be a lot harder to change the laws that y'all fought so heavily for. I mean, BLM is still saying defund the police, abolish the police. Patrice Cullors just came out and said that's still her mission.
So far, there have been no arrests in any of these cases, but you can expect that to change in the days and weeks ahead. We're live in the Bronx. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
By now, you may have seen that viral video showing a wild scene on a Carnival cruise ship, an all-out brawl. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna.
So guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, we are going to talk about this Carnival Cruise brawl. I've had multiple people send it to me. It took me a minute to get to it. I didn't forget. I got to it, and now we are doing it. This is just, it reminds me of the fight that broke out at the little dance center, or the dance competition that we just did down there in Atlanta. Very similar situation, except this time it was apparently over a love triangle.
That violent fight involving dozens of people, and this morning we are now learning why cruise goers came to blows.
Man, I mean, we as a community are just showing our asses in front of the world. This is ridiculous. Like, you're fighting for 60 minutes. Thank goodness there were no guns present. But it's like, y'all go on vacation just to do some embarrassing stuff like this. To make the community look crazy. Make us look like we're just out here fighting at any moment. Any moment it can go down. Like, control yourselves.
Ileana Diaz is joining us live with the latest, Ileana.
And look, they're smirking, they're laughing, they think it's cute. They laughing at you, community. Wake up.
Hey, good morning, Mitch. Right now, that Carnival Magic is out to sea on another 8-day cruise, stopping in Puerto Rico and Turks and Caicos. But you just mentioned it. It's what happened on its last cruise that's taking a lot of people really for shock. Take a look at this video. This is what happened. Police say this dance floor fight started between two people, then others quickly joined in. By the time the brawl was broken up, anywhere from 40 to 60 people were involved in this brawl.
Look, security ain't even doing nothing.
Passengers who witnessed the fight say it started over cheating allegations. It happened just before 5:30 Tuesday morning on the final night of the ship's 8-day cruise. Passengers punched and...
Look at all the women trying to fight. We got the most masculine women in the world. Look at all the women trying to fight. Throwing stuff. You see a brother, if you rewind it, a brother pulled his girl back. Matter of fact, I'll rewind it. Look, she done threw something. Brother had to pull his girl back. Girl, you know you get punched in the face.
Passengers who witnessed the fight say it started over cheating allegations.
Look, this one right here with the micros. Like, everybody got damn micros. With the weave, everybody got weave. Damn.
It happened just before 5:32.
You seen her? She threw that. Now her man's finna pull her back.
Tuesday morning on the final night of the ship's 8-day cruise. Passengers punched and shoved each other while an outnumbered ship security guard tried to break it all up. Cruise officials called the U.S. Coast Guard for an escort back to the dock, and New York police and paramedics were there when the ship arrived.
Arrest them all, bruh. Arrest them all.
Carnival Magic released a statement saying a number of guests were involved in an altercation in a nightclub. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported, and our onboard security team intervened. Meanwhile, in the Pacific Ocean, another cruise ship incident. This time, this one forcing an early return to Seattle after hitting an iceberg on an Alaskan cruise.
Wow.
I was just surprised on the sheer size of it.
And what would you rather have? What would you rather encounter? Hitting an iceberg and sinking like the Titanic, or being in the middle of that fight, that lover's quarrel between those super gremlins on Demon Time?
Like, it started really small. I'm like, oh, it's just a little one. And it just got bigger and bigger and bigger as it went past. It just started to roll over and really just was huge. So that's why when I say, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, it's huge.
Now, no injuries were reported in either of those incidents, and Mitch, surprisingly, no one was arrested after that brawl.
Wow. See, no accountability. This is why you have what you have in the inner cities. No accountability. No accountability. You can't get accountability on the seas, and you can't get accountability in the streets. It's ridiculous, man.
No one was arrested. International waters.
None of them.
All right.
Told you, they laughing at you, community. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. Let them fight down there. Oh, they're fighting? Let them go at it.
Ileana Diaz live in Miami. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to News.
She cold.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. So it is what it is.